Okay, what I'm going to talk through today is a review of the Ghillie suit. Now the one I'm showing you here is the green Woodlands Ghillie suit, but this would be the same for our desert cam, and it would also be the same for our snow cam and any other camouflage versions we'll have coming in the future. Now most of our ghillie suits will come in a bag like this, and all these parts will be stuffed into this bag. You'll have pieces like the pants, which are obviously inside out right now, which is how it's shipped. You'll have the rifle wrap, you'll have the jacket, and you'll have the head veil. All these pieces usually are shipped inside out. So when you want to use it, obviously you get it the right way around, and there's a couple of things you need to do before you use it for the first time. And the first thing you need to do before you use it is wash this item. We want to wash it because we want to get rid of any production chemicals that may have come in contact with it during its factory processes of being made. Now having said that, there is no need to be worried or paranoid. We have had no cases of any problems with any chemicals, but just in case, it's always good for any clothing that comes from overseas to wash them. And you can wash this suit a number of ways. The first way is to hang it on the clothesline and just to rinse it down with the hose, give it a very good soaking. Or the other way is using the bag that it comes with, wash one or two pieces in the bag in your washing machine. What you don't want to do is put the suit in your washing machine without the bag, because the burlap is surely going to get caught on all the working parts of the washing machine. So you put it in this bag, you do the bag up so the item can't come out, and that in the washing machine that's going to get soaking wet and obviously, and it's going to rinse out a lot of the production chemicals if there is any. As I said, we haven't had an issue with that, but that's just a good thing to do anyway and a good way to know to wash. We don't want to stuff this bag with all pieces because obviously it's just going to be a big conglomerate and a fairly solid object that's not going to get a good soaking in the washing machine. After we've done that, the next thing we want to do is prepare our suit to be worn. Often when you get the suit straight out of the bag, it's going to have big clumps of burlap, big clumps like that, which are not covering the sweat mesh. This material is the sweat mesh material. This material is the same material that basketball singlets are made of. Very breathable, very lightweight, ideal for this sort of item. Now we get rid of the clumps by just literally pulling them apart and using our open fingers to groom. And it can be fairly difficult. Now when you groom it for the first time, and in fact often when you groom it at any time, and during use, little bits of burlap will fall out. That's perfectly normal, because during production some of these bits will not be sewn in correctly. So don't be concerned if bits of burlap are coming out. That's why there's extra weight, there's extra burlap on all our suits, because it's minimal anyway. So bits of burlap will come out and you groom with your open fingers. If you don't groom it, it's just going to look like big clumps everywhere and it's not going to cover a lot of the areas. And what I've done there is I've groomed the top of this section. In fact, you can spend a lot more time. You'd often do this in front of the TV, you know, over an hour or so, just grooming the suit. And all you're doing is getting rid of all the clumps and getting rid of all the knots. And that's to cover all the material. Obviously, when you're hunting or whatever, and some material does show through, it's not a big deal. Typically, what you would do is you'd have some green or black or dark clothing underneath. You wouldn't want to have bright orange clothing underneath or bright yellow, because obviously that will still come through. But when you've got black or green clothing underneath, it's no big deal if some areas, especially when you're moving around, some areas become uncovered with the burlap. Now the other thing to note is this item, although it is fire resistant, and although it is insect resistant and mold resistant, it's nothing proof, and I don't think anything can be. So it's not fireproof, it's not mold proof, and it's not insect proof, although it does have resistances to all those characteristics. When you're using this suit, often when you're out in the scrub and you're lying down especially, this material is going to pick up every stick and every twig and everything that you come in contact with. That's natural. That's going to make the suit heavier, and it's going to make the suit noisier, So you do need to, especially when you finish your exercise, you do need to pull those sticks and twigs and leaves out of the suit. You don't have to necessarily, but it's always a good idea to, just to make the suit lighter again. And it also helps in packing the suit back in the bag that all the long sticks and twigs and everything have been removed. So there you have it. There's our Tonga Woodlands Ghillie Yowie suit. This is the burlap version. We obviously have the leaf version, which you don't need to groom and which will not pick up sticks and twigs, and also is a lot quieter. So thanks very much for coming, for watching this video, and I hope that can help. Thanks very much.